You join us in the Batcave, surrounded with many exotic vehicles and some not so exotic vehicles. Tyler, look behind you. Yes, there we go. 10 extra points if you can identify what that is or was, but that's a different story. Right, Freelander 2 headlights. So this is the pre-facelift headlight here, and there's several different types. Some of them had a more orangey bit here. This one is halogen. You can see the bulb behind that umbrella. Some of them were xenon, where you have more of a glass eye. I think there was some with a glass eye that wasn't xenon, and there are some that are xenon. So there's a whole plethora of, and also there's left-hand drive and right-hand drive with the beam patterns. Right, so what functionality do we have here? This big, in the big round window, it's like Jack and Ori. Look, that is the dip beam, okay, which is when you're normally driving along and there's people coming towards you. This extra one here is your main beam with the second halogen bulb there. This corner here, quite obviously, is your indicator, and you have a side light at the top. Now, our car has got the later bumper on. It's a right mismatch. But if you've got the round fog lights, where this aperture in the bumper is round, not square like this, you will have this headlight. Now you will notice, luckily on the Freelander 2, the headlights are all the same shape, profile and mounting. So many people attempted, quite rightly, to upgrade from this early type to, walk this way, this later type headlight, which is much more, much more, Tyler? Much more modern. Masculine. I'm not sure masculine's a word we'll get trouble for. Aggressive. I think it's just more modern, more flashy. It sort of looks more like the inside of a camera lens or something. I like it, and it's all so. But this is quite interesting, and a lot of the new headlights go this way, and there's some trickery. Now, it's actually quite clever because on the other side you've got two bulbs, dip beam, main beam, and they all do their own thing. This one has got one bulb, and it's got one bulb on for dip beam, and what it's got a little shutter that comes down over the inside, and it's like a sort of puppet silhouette show. And so that shutter stops the light going too far up. And then what it does is when you put main beam on, it's the same bulb, and it just allows more light out. Boop, 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 boop. And it's quite easy for the car makers because they only need one bulb power circuit, one set of wiring for the bulb, and they just have a separate one for the flap. Right, so they're actually quite cool. So this extra one here on the later Freelander 2 is a daytime running light, LED, and it's quite bright. Right, so there's also a signature strip on some of these Freelander 2 headlights, but again, it depends what spec you buy. So if you come down here, you can see I've got this bit of chrome that goes along down here and round it, and it's like two parallel tracks with a chrome bit in the middle. Now, these headlights don't have LEDs in there, and these are obviously from a lesser model. The deluxe ones have a signature strip, and when you power on your headlight, it will look something like this. Has that got a good picture on there, Tyler? Yeah. So it'll go round there, up there, and that looks quite cool. So you've got a DRL. Now I think the ones that don't have the signature strip, that's like a side light thing. Just have a side light, and I'll show you where the side light is now. Boop. Just have a side light. So it's using the DRL as the side light. We've wired it up like so, and I think that's how it works on the real car. Right. So there we go. So you can see it's the same. I'm waffling on. So you can see here that the headlight is exactly the same shape. So we are in this video, Tyler, you can have your phone back. Thank you. We're going to show you how to upgrade from the old type to the new type headlights. We have had some looms made, and the looms look like this. So they're sort of the male and female of each other. So you can sort of there's no cutting or wiring needed. These should do the job. Right, so we're going to show you how to do that. Right, we've already done another video of how to take out Freelander 2 headlights. Remind me if I don't put it in, and we'll put the link there. Right, so we've got this loose quickly, but it's not too hard to do. There you go, a couple of those bolts there. Right then. And then there's a little clever lifty release thing that releases it off its docking station in under there. And then you give it a little wiggle and he slides out. He's on a little mount. So basically, what we've got for you to do is you can just unplug your normal headlight out the back of your car, okay? And then you plug this loom in between your new headlight, okay? Okay, so basically that just plugs in there, plugs into your new super modern headlight. He's a bit of a tight push to get him on. Click, there you go. And then, right, now, some of you are going to be asking, what's this little extra wire for? So we've provided that if you want a DRL controller to dim and control your DRL, if you feel it's too bright at night, then that gives you the option to do that. We haven't tried our DRL circuit on that yet. But as Tyler was pointing, if you're really fussed about the DRLs, you ought to look at our DRL fog light kit, which we've sold out of at the moment, but we will put the link to that video there. Excellent. Oh, did it take a while for the camera to catch up? I saw the ends go. Right, so there we go. So we are going to put this on and we are going to look in. I'll jump in the car and Tyler will shout to me what we need to get to work. You have to sort of route the, because obviously he's a bit longer, you have to sort of give him a little bit of a jiggle out the way, but there we go. So that's back in. Right, in Tyler. I mean, if you go back a little bit, you might be able to get both headlights in, I'm not sure. Right. Okay, so let's check indicators. Right, flash headlights. Yeah. Right, side lights. Yeah. Dip beam. Yeah. Main beam. Yeah. Dip beam. Yeah. Right, we will put these on the website for sale. Now, the only little thing I will say is we haven't tested them with the signature strip, as you sort of worked out during this video. There we go, we'll put these up for sale. Give us some feedback on us, let us know how they work. We'll put a few sets up out for sale initially and then keep an eye on the comments below and we'll see how they go.